To be discerning, you need knowledge. Come here. Make me show you something. Don't run away. This is very relevant. This is what I learned about democracy in 8th grade, living among very wealthy people and going to school. They taught social studies, democracy. You have a circle here. This represents USA. This half here, YT people, must be 50% plus of the population at all times. This perforated line means that they can grow in numbers. They're allowed to grow. And this area here represents the international business, the space reserved for those who come in with student visas, work permits, and permanent residency, and so on, including people who become naturalized permanent residency, right? I may have said that already. This boxes down here represents the people that live in USA, the various demographic of people. And the total number of these people cannot exceed 40% or so roughly of the total population. That means that immigration can help grow these boxes, but not to where they can permeate percentages reserved for the majority. And if this is not respected, then there are measures that have to be taken to make sure that these numbers are within their proper margins. I remember this because I thought to myself, how come everybody's not seen as different types of people? And so therefore, these different types of people are not more in number than the majority people. And I asked my teacher because I didn't have the sense to know to not ask. But she said, it's just the way it is. This is how we run a democracy, is to make sure that our numbers we're not outnumbered by minorities. And it's the total number of minorities, not one or the other. So this knowledge is important because when you see the news and the things happening in the news, I remember this lesson. And because of that, I was not confused about what was happening in USA concerning immigration or in the earlier, more painful periods for the people who are native to the land. So, they were dealing with having to fight again for their rights, right? So it's a part of it. And this is why it's hard for all of us to get along, and it's hard for them to roll out any welcome mat for us immigrants. Knowledge is a part of discernment because oftentimes, when we are women, we tend to interrelate knowledge. Our brains are naturally interrelational brains. And not that we can't compartmentalize, we can learn to do so, especially when it comes to balancing our emotions, but that's a different topic. Men, though, have an advantage in compartmentalization of the brain. And they, in this particular case, in the way that knowledge is utilized, would be at a disadvantage, but they tend to be smart and have good reasoning skills. So they can learn to interrelate information when it's necessary. So a part of discernment is taking information, no matter how old, no matter when you collected it, and looking at a current situation and seeing how that information help explain it. And that's what I've done here in this video with information from 8th grade and current events. Well, thank you for being here, Kalasun Insights. I hope you learned something. Take care.